Greetings. I just wanted to come in and send some energy. It's interesting because I feel almost energyless, if you could imagine that. Last week was simply based on the fact that I had a deadline for a corporate project and I needed to take care of that. This week, I don't know that I need to explain, but yesterday we had, I don't even know if I want to call it a victory, progress, or what I thought was progress. Of course, everyone knows by now that the murderer of George Floyd was convicted, or at least he was served a guilty sentence 3 times. And personally, it's just hard to celebrate for me. Should we be celebrating the fact that someone had to be murdered and their murderer was able to walk amongst us? And I think we kind of did that with Trayvon Martin. But for the sake of the fact that someone recorded it and that evidence held up in court proves that we can get justice. And I guess afterwards, because I'm skeptical. I don't trust much about the system because it is built against us on our backs. I was just kind of like, okay. But my feeling, especially based on the fact that Durante Wright happened, was what next? And I'm not sure exactly when it happened, but then a 16-year-old girl was shot and killed by the police less than, 3 hours later. That in addition to the fact that I don't know whether I'm coming or going as it pertains to this pandemic sometimes. Everybody seems to be getting back to normal, but I don't trust it. In addition to me trying to maneuver and finagle my way through this still new city that I live in and a few other personal issues, I'm just kind of out of it right now. I had a really, really, really great session on Sunday for Music and Wine. We did that live. And I definitely want to give most of the energy to the happier hour for bringing people through. I think the guests of Samantha and Derek Boykin were right on par, as I expected, because we worked together before. And, regardless to the twists and turns, it was a great evening. And that was amazing. It was an amazing energy that I needed. If I could have it every 2 or 3 days in the real world where people are in front of me and appreciate the music that I play, and we have a good time and everybody is smiling and dressed well, then, and beautiful in spirit and, of course, physically, I would do it I would do that. I would want to do that because it makes me happy and people are happy and that's a space that unfortunately we don't get the opportunity to stay in often enough. So yeah, that's the reason why I did not go live today for Morning Love, because I woke up in the wee hours after passing out. Basically, I had to go to sleep because I was overwhelmed with all of this information that I'm taking in. And then I woke up and it was early, super early, too early. And I got tired, and yeah, so that is my reasoning. Do I need to explain this to the world? No, but I do need to explain it to my Morning Love people, because we are the beginning and the end as it pertains to my live streams. I'm struggling with Twitch because I realized the other day that the content, and I think we all know what content means at this point, isn't searchable or easily findable. So when I Google Fathom DJ, I expect, because of the fact that I frequent these sites for Instagram, YouTube, as well as Facebook and Twitch, to come up in my Google searches. Twitch does not come up unless you put Twitch in. So you'd have to put Fathom DJ on Twitch in. That is not how my content creation is supposed to work. You're supposed to be able to search my name, and I'd like for you to do that, Fathom DJ. And I'm getting text messages. I apologize. I would like for you to be able to search my name and to have the content of the places and spaces on the internet that I frequent to come up easily, so that you can look at the content and potentially reference me. Twitch doesn't do that. Twitch is like a social media site / island of its own, and it requires far more than I think is necessary for guests. So I'm struggling with that. Morning Love, of course, on this platform could be more productive on Spreaker if I could get people to share that we are live. If I could get more people interested in the show. But as it stands, it is the one live session that goes to YouTube as well as Spotify. I think it's on Apple Music. I'm not certain because I don't use Apple Music. And a few other sites without any extra added attention. Twitch doesn't quite do that. Twitch doesn't do that at all. Twitch requires a lot, and I do appreciate the idea of video streaming. It's a creative space, and even though it's a lot of work and a lot of time, but for the sake of the conversation, I guess I will continue to stream on Twitch for Morning Love. I'm moving Smash or Trash and this pop-up disco session that I just created that will be popped up to YouTube. So, and the goal, of course, is to continue to stream it on Spreaker for people to be able to find at least the music, regardless to wherever it might be on the internet, live, and to be able to find it later. So I just got a lot of stuff going on in my head, and I'm trying to sort things out before May hits, because we need to focus and really, really get a few things going in May. So I'm just trying to gather myself. And that is it. So I appreciate you who will find this whenever you find it. Hopefully you are well. Hopefully your families and your friends and close ones are well. And try to stay safe, because we just don't know what is going to happen. And I care. Maybe too much, but I do. That is it. And I will see you next week. I got to climb back up on the horse next week for sure. Thank you.